Hey folks, I thought that I'd come back one more time today. The last two, my last two videos have been rather intense. I've really appreciated the response to the one person that I was a little, I can almost say Mr. Mayo. I did not mean to offend you, but it's just going to happen when people just respond to me as though, you know, I just don't want to. I don't even want to. I said it in the video. I don't feel like discussing it. I'm just telling you. So this is music, all right? Can you believe it? I want to talk about a record. Today I met with pictures on Facebook. You can always. One thing for sure is if and when, and listen to what I say, if and when I were to be harassed about my doings by anyone, my life is completely transparent. You know, you just gotta look and see what I'm doing. Anyway, I met with Carol Rogers, the woman I told you used to sing with Sergio Mendes, and her daughter. Turns out her daughter is an audio engineer out in LA. So we met up today. There's pictures on my Facebook is what I'm saying. Had a nice meeting, and got a call from Homer's saying that they had got in Steven Wilson cover version, and they know how much I like Porcupine Tree and Steven Wilson. So I'm listening to A Certain Ratio. I think they're from Manchester. Anyway, I went down and I, records are a major purchase right now. They are. It's like I got to think about it, you know. And it's so. This is gorgeous. It's got that. How they have the drawing. I don't know the term for the that effect or that bossing, some kind of, you know, glossed addition to the actual where the drawing is. This is gorgeous, and I have 2 or 3 of the singles. This is just gorgeous. Packaging. I really like Steven Wilson. I really just am digging what he is about. He is a music nerd, a record nerd, and kind of an interesting, slightly enigmatic individual, where there's kind of a man-childness about him. Any of you ever noticed that about Steven Wilson? As old as he is, in his 40s, he still seems almost like a forever kid. His version of Thank You by Alanis Morissette on here, I'm not going to play it for you because it's obviously would be blocked in certain countries, reminds me how great that of a song that is. I never bought Alanis Morissette because, again, she was someone who got oversaturation by the media, so it was like, you know, I'm hearing it whether I like it or not, but damn good. You know, Alanis Morissette's first record were just very good, yeah. And his version, which is pretty naked, just reminds me of how good of a song it is. And as he explains on here, when he was doing these, this was before he had embarked on his actual solo albums, and so these are rough and quick, and for that reason, even more charming. I would go and grab the ones that I have, but I don't know. I can't pause this, so I won't grab them, but I've shown them. I forget which songs, but I've got 2 or 3 of the cover version 45s. But I like that cover. It's simple, but the artist's capturing of Steven Wilson Excellent. Don't have too much to say other than that. I wanted to just kind of come back and, I am a neurotic son of a bitch. I am. I drop what I have to say, and then I worry because I know that we live in a big world, and no matter what you say, no matter how clear you try to be, someone will not understand or someone will be offended. And I don't want that, but that's just the way it is. And so I'm kind of expressing that I'm not a callous person. I'm just, when I say what I said in my last video, it's like I'm just saying, and I got to stand up for how I feel. And I'm just tired of people continually coming along and trying to tell me that they think they got something for me, It's not that I can't listen to people, but it's like, ultimately, people, don't you understand? All it is what you think versus what I think. And I'm sick of people coming along talking like they think they know something that is going to blow my mind or all of a sudden give me some sort of revelation. So A Certain Ratio is what I'm listening to. Factory Records, Manchester band. A while back, someone had asked if I would talk more about post-rock, and I really can't talk about music that I'm not listening to. And genres used to mean kind of something. When you're young, the genre thing is important. It's kind of like a stamp of identity. And it just doesn't mean what it meant anymore. So, post-rock, as a term, doesn't have a lot of solidity and importance to me. It's more like I just keep trying to listen to music currently, listening for good stuff. When I think of post-rock, one of the first bands I think of is Explosions in the Sky. I think of bands like Do, Make, Say, Think, even things like that. And some of that stuff I like, but it's like I've heard a lot of it where it's okay, I've had enough of this already. So how about that? There's my music in the background. I unashamedly have to admit to you folks that I listen to my new album still a lot because I like it a lot. Flyover. So I'm just interested in hearing something good. So genres, sorry here. This is what really happens in real life. With that in mind, the energy that I'm putting out is being returned because I like to be left alone, but I can't move forward in my business by being left alone. So I'm meeting people and I'm working on projects, which is stacking up into should be working towards making some income so I can keep living. So I'm just gonna keep following on my path, like I said, follow the energy. That's what this call was just about, business. And I just got a gig confirmed earlier today for the 30th of April. A paid show where I do 2 sets. Wonderful. I share the night with another musician who I haven't played with here in town. He's just emailed me and said how he's honored that he's going to share a show with me. I lost my original train of thought. I told you about the Steven Wilson. I just wanted to come back more on a music tip, but I need to just relax and just realize that this is my channel, this is my little world, and you folks that come by here and share it with me know what you know what to expect by now. You sure do know what to expect. All said with love. All said with love. So yeah, on the post-rock tip, I can't even think of the last record that I bought that would fit the post-rock genre, to talk about. Some bands, other bands that come to mind that are more recent that I like Deerhoof. I don't think of them as post-rock. I don't know, they're just damn good, So, I guess I'll wrap this up. It's only about 10 minutes by, again, just thanking you all. Thank the world for being real and just it is reassuring to you and to me, to some of us, apparently to many of us, that I'm not alone, you're not alone. Why? Thank you. No. Yeah. It's not that we all agree on everything. How can you? That's not the point. The point is, it's just nice to hear a less than bullshit voice. I just try not to talk bullshit. When I turn on, I'm addicted to the media, so I by knee jerk turn the radio on, go to news channels, and it's insane right now. This world is insane. It's like the people who obviously think that they're going to make some money off of war are just not going to let this go. Everything I hear is war. Let me just check and see. Okay, it's the end of the hour, but the hypocrisy of America's stance on Ukraine and Crimea and all that, it's insane. I'm not a Russian, so I can't speak from a Russian point of view, but I'm an American, so that's why I said it about the U.S. My country is fucking hypocrites. They go. I will say it extremely bluntly. Only to my mind and my eyes, to what I'm seeing now about the machinations of the war machine military of the American government, only blind, blood-loving, people full of hate can get behind these ideas that somehow war is going to do anything good for anyone. It's all for profit. America isn't worried about Russia hurting the people. It's worried about markets. Slimy fucking dogs. Wish I could hold their feet to the fire, but the damn thing I can do is just sit here and bitch about it, isn't it? I can do a fucking thing, can I? I barely got a pot to piss in. You know what I'm saying? And the way that the laws are, even though I own this house and I gotta hustle to keep it, those motherfuckers will do anything they can to take this from me. Don't have the balls to go after the guys that have literally fucked the country, the bankers. Too big to fail. You guys ain't got no balls. Fucking. I know some of y'all feel me. I'll say it again publicly. I'm not afraid. I know these fuckers can use their Gestapo police-like private militia to fuck with me. They already have. I've said it several times. I got witnesses to two of the last 3 times it's happened here in this house since I've lived here in the last 20 years. Coming here trying to bust into my house on trumped up fake charges. Bullshit every time. I'm afraid of these motherfuckers. They are just the worst, lowest, lowlifes. All for profit, all for personal gain. It's like, why isn't everybody screaming at the top of their lungs about this. Why? And we're about to go into an election. And already we're going through the motions of like it's going to work. It's so broken. I wish that there would be a way to get it out there that we can't do this. This is not going to be, these elections aren't honest. They're just going to get a job. They can't change anything. Why can't that be spoken? Why can't that be said? These guys are just queuing up to get a job. They can't fix a system that is corrupt to the core. To the core.